Stand ready for my arrival word.
Oh. I'm ashamed in myself. So a couple days ago, we got the final episode for Invincible Season 3. Somehow, IGN rated it a 4 out of 10.
Oh, hell no. I'm about to tweak in this.
What I'm going to tell you right now, that was one of the best cinematic things I've ever seen in my entire life. With Season 2 and 1 of Invincible, I was always like, you know what, it's a good show. I like the boys more. Season 3 changed it for me. Today I'm going to be getting to spoiler talks about all the stuff for Season 3, not just the final episode. Talking about everything, my thoughts, maybe the future of the show, what theories I have. Gonna try to make this a long video. I said I want to do more long form videos. We're gonna try to go for like at least 15 minutes. Let's see if I can do it. So if you like Invincible and you like so much other like movies, games, shows, collectibles, I talk about all that here. So make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. Let's get into this review of Season 3. So first off, let's talk about where we left off after Season 2. Now, if you want to see my thoughts on Season 1 and 2, I did a different video on that, so go check that out. After Season 2, we left off with the whole Angstrom thing. He thought he killed the out of Angstrom. Also have his brother Oliver. Alan's in jail with Omni-Man trying to break him out. And Mark is in this mode where he's like trying not to be like his dad. Should you kill people or not? And he tries to put it on Oliver like you should not kill people. We saw Oliver kill the Mauler twins. That was insane. But I really like this story because I always talk about like with Spider-Man and Batman, just kill the that's the main story of this season. Let's talk about the characters. Mark, I don't know how I'm feeling. He's kind of a fraud, man. The final episode, I was back on Mark's team, but like the stuff with Cecil, we get a little bit of Mark versus Cecil, and I feel like Cecil was right most of the time. Mark was kind of being an ass. I was really pissed off with Mark, and it's like, I get it for his character, and I get why he has this trauma and PTSD of like, don't kill people. When we saw Cecil's backstory, like, it made sense. Putting Nightwing on the Guardians of the Globe, a little crazy, but I think bringing him back, trying to have him do good, I think it's a good idea. Also, the guy that made the robot things, I forget what they're called. That's cool too. But I think the stuff with Cecil this season, yeah, I was mostly on Cecil's side. Adam Eve, Mark and Adam Eve finally got together. I don't know if I on Amber enough. They keep like bringing her back this season, like, oh, she's happy without Mark. That I hate Amber. They did her better. They did her character. She got better in Season 2. Man, Season 1, I knew you were invincible. I knew you were dealing with super villains and so yeah, they like bring her back randomly. So happy that it finally happened because I've said it from Season 1, like, who's Amber, bro? And I haven't read comics. The first time I watched the show, I'm like, why are they not together? Like, what? I think the final episode too, I really like a couple of the scenes, the emotional scenes with, you know, Mark and Adam Eve. And then, you know, all the PNGs get really sad and then Invincible gives Adam Eve the Viltra de peak writing. I was kind of sad with Debbie this season. Her whole story was like, oh, I'm scared for Oliver and Paul. Who, bro? Oliver this season. Oh my god, I really wish they made him a villain. He's pretty strong. I mean, did he stand his ground with Conquest? No. But I really like this story, which ties into Mark, like, trying to show Oliver not to kill people. And Oliver's like, why not? They're bad people. They deserve to die. People die every day. I thought that story was cool, and I really like how at the final episode, Mark was like, yeah, you know what? Someone my family, they're dead. That's the blue suit Mark I need. Blue suit peak. Best superhero suit I think I've ever seen of all time. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm glazing so hard. I think blue and black go together so well. Don't get me wrong, this suit's iconic, but I need a Funko Pop for the blue and black suit. Fortnite did it. We get to see stuff with Alan and Omni-Man. I really like how they're having like a little friendship thing. I think that's cool. Battle Beast makes a return, and I really like Omni-Man's story. I feel like I'm forgiving him now. I think at the end of Season 2 when he was like, I miss my wife, I was like, alright, bro. But I really like his Ultramites aren't supposed to feel that way, so it's like, damn. I just think that's really cool. Alan's the GOAT. Obviously, we saw him got bigger in Season 2. He's just the GOAT. I love Alan. Battle Beast. Supposedly Robert Kirkman, I did a TikTok on this a while ago, but I don't really remember, but I think they're making a spin-off comic with Battle Beast. I really like Battle Beast. We see him at the end of the season. Let's talk about Conquest. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is Conquest. We got a Glenn and Negan rematch. Now, if you don't know me, The Walking Dead is my favorite show of all time. I stopped midway watching Breaking Bad to watch all 11 seasons of The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is just like one of those comfort shows. I thought it was going to be Mike from Breaking Bad voicing him, but no. We got Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Conquest, and oh my god, did Glenn get his get back? Yeah, he did. I really like how this isn't in the comics, but like they really flesh out Conquest's character. A little heart blood thing was cool, but I think the I'm so lonely stuff, I thought that was really good. I think that was cool, but I still don't like him as like, oh, good guy, like I feel bad, he's a piece of shit. So I guess to talk about Powerplex, Aaron Paul Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad, another goated written character. He did so good. Like, him and Angstrom's story, it's a little confusing. Like, really, you're gonna blame Invincible? Then he kills his wife and baby and then blames it on Invincible. His sister and niece died, and that was really sad, especially because we see them in season 1 with Mark trying to save them, but obviously he couldn't, and I think that just fleshes out his story a lot more. Hey, he got his get back. He killed an Invincible variant. Perfect leeway to talk about the Invincible variants. We got, like, Mohawk Mark. I really like Mask Mark because he's sad. We didn't get Spawn, though. And in the comics, they had a little Spawn cameo. No, they didn't do it. It was some random furry thing. I really like the Invincible Variants episode. We also got the return of Angstrom. I never really liked his character that much. Rexplode, man. Rip Rex. I don't really think they did his death that well. I wanted to see it more fleshed out. Especially the funeral scene just being PNGs, and then Mark goes and gets head after. I feel like they could have fleshed out a little more. You know, the Billie Eilish was cool, but then they just show a bunch of other random people dying. And I knew it was going to happen. As soon as him and Ray started talking, I was like, but then they didn't do a lot with her in the funeral. She's just crying in the background. I was like, alright, everyone's standing there as PNGs. I get they just blew the whole budget on that conquest fight, but like, you could have. I liked Adam Eve's speech until we look over and see Mark just. And then, you know, we all know what happened after. I think that was everything with characters that I wanted to talk about. I think could have seen a little more fleshed out with Rex, maybe a little more Omni-Man, more Debbie. I think they do some cool stuff with the story. Obviously, we have Conquest. What I really liked was Adam Eve and Mark's, like, thing. Like, there was the prison breakout. She made, like, a job for money. Why? She literally gave her dad a golden apple that they could sell. They, like, did it as a job, and I just think it was cool. Mark went there. He got his rocked by a big dragon. I like the story with Alan and Omni-Man becoming buddies, and they break out of jail. Battle Beast is there, too. Absolutely peak. And I really like the stuff with Oliver. His story with being like, why don't we kill the bad guys? It's like on the same wavelength with him. Like, why? Why don't you? Then you get it, because you understand Mark doesn't want to become his dad. Relatable as shit. Talk about the animation. I saw a video of Soups. Now, no hate to Soups at all. I just hate this, like, thing people are talking about. She said, like, he would rather get a season a year with horrible animation. I don't agree with that. I think not even just, but like with Marvel too, like, quality over quantity. We see Marvel busting out all these mid-ass Disney Plus shows, and then the movies are pretty much and you have CGI like Thor Love and Thunder. I think it's better to Invincible's a lot. There's going to be a lot of seasons, and I think it's going to take a long time. You know, I might be 50 years old by the time the show ends. That animation in the Conquest episode was so peak. Mark's hair was just moving. It doesn't happen in the show. He's just a PNG. I just think that, get out as fast as you can, even with animation. We shouldn't be wanting these studios to be like, imagine like with Shrek 5. You know, it's coming out Christmas 2026, but we were like, we want it right now. So even if the animation, just put it out right now. And I'm not saying just with Invincible, like, the story is good enough that the animation doesn't need to be good. But I think after seeing that Conquest fight, even if just little fights in the show, and again, I'm not saying this just with Invincible, I'm saying with media in general, video games, like, you know, GTA 6 is taking a while to come out, but I'm happy they're taking their time. I mean, come on, I Am Music. What do we think about the album? You know what? Put a timestamp if you're watching this time. Give me your little review on I Am Music. It just came out today. I don't know. I think also something I didn't talk about, Adam Eve going full Dark Phoenix again. I thought that was really cool. I like how in the final episode we finally see Adam Eve do something other than just force field. She was hitting some combos. Did she get cooked by Conquest? Yes. I think the emotional depth with this show is so good too. Overall, I think I talked about everything I needed to. I think Invincible is a cinematic masterpiece. I think Season 3 is one of the best Season 3s I've ever watched. I'm going to give Invincible Season 3 a 10 out of 10. Other than the animation. Does it affect the story at all? No. I was going to give it a 9 out of 10 because of the Mark and Cecil stuff, because he didn't want to become his dad, and I can relate to that, and I think overall this show is so good. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys like the longer video. We're at 17 minutes. This is the longest I've probably gone recording. Invincible and everything else, Marvel. Quality over quantity. I could have got a 1-minute review out, like, the day the season came out, but then I want to be able to talk about everything. Let me know what you guys think of Invincible Season 3. Subscribe, turn on post notifications. I am making money now. It's been a dream of mine to make YouTube videos and actually do it as a job, and now I'm making money. Thank you for everything, all you guys have done. Again, please make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. Throw a comment in there. I try to reply to every comment I can. Let me know what you guys think of Invincible Season 3. Let me know what you guys think of the review. But also, I got a little special guest. My friend wanted to come on here and talk about his review. That's why this review also has been so pushed back, because Buddy got detention, but he wants to be in the video, so I'm going to let him have his part. Go subscribe to his YouTube. I'll put it in the description. And that's all for me. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah.
I really liked Season 3 because it had a lot of fighting, and the battle between Conquest and Mark was just awesome. every time I talk to my brother, I'm always saying, stand ready for my arrival, worm.
Stand ready for my arrival, worm.
So I'll give this season a 10 out of 10.